Hello everybody, this tutorial is going to walk you through how to use Nearpod in your classroom. There'll be a particular emphasis on math because I think that Nearpod really provides math teachers with a versatile tool. So you're going to start by using your Google login, or I think you can even use a Facebook account to get yourself started on Nearpod, but that piece is free. Once you've created that login information, you are going to click on My Nearpod, and that's where you'll come to your own personal library. Now, I'm going to focus this tutorial on only free features. There are paid for features, but I want to focus, like I said, only on the free features. So once you're into your library, you're going to go ahead and create your own lesson right here. And then we're going to add a slide. Now under add slide, we have three options. I'm going to focus this tutorial only on the add activity because I find, for me at least, there's not a whole lot of value over here. Maybe some other subject areas there would be, but I think, you math teachers out there, this is where you want to spend most of your time right here. Now, when I click on add activity, I've got a bunch of different options down here. Some of them you would have to pay for. A memory test, fill in the blank, I know those are paid for, but poll, collaborate, draw it, quiz, and open-ended questions are all free. Matching pairs would be a feature that you'd have to pay for. This right here, draw it, this is huge for math teachers in my opinion. Let me show you how this works. So I'm going to click on draw it. Now, for math teachers, it's difficult for students to type in equations, formulas using a normal standard keyboard. The Draw It feature allows you to ask a question and students can use their finger to write on their smartphone screen, tablet screen to show all the work mathematically. And I think that's a very powerful tool for math teachers. Let me show you how easy it is to set up a question. So today I was doing arithmetic sequences and explicit formulas, things like that. So if I want to ask a student to find the seventh term using the explicit formula, this is what I would do. Find the seventh term using the explicit formula. Okay. Now, there's a little equation tool down here that I personally don't like to use. I like to do all of my equations, formulas in math type and then take a screenshot to upload it as an image. That's what I like to do, but you're more than welcome to use the equation editor right there. So I need to give my students the explicit formula for this problem. So I've already done that piece. So I'm going to go over to add reference. You can put in an image, video, audio, PDF. So I saved mine as images. I'm going to grab it from my desktop where I put it. It'll take just a minute to load. And there we go. All right, that's it. Simple as that. So let me show you what it looks like from a student's perspective. The student, if I preview this, they will see this. So there it is, find the seventh term in the sequence using the explicit formula. There we go, they can click on it if they need a little bit bigger. And then again, using their finger, they can use, like I'm gonna have to use my mouse here because I'm on a laptop, but most of them, for my students at least, we use smartphones for pretty much everything. So they just use their finger and they would just start writing whatever they want to write, okay? Now, I'm not going to do a whole lot of this because, again, I'm using my mouse, which is kind of difficult. But the point is they can write on here anything that they want. They can change their color, they can erase. It's very, very easy to do. That's it. And then when they're ready, they can submit that answer. So again, a very powerful feature because they can show their work easily. Also, actually, let me go back to that for just a minute. I think there's a feature where they can actually take a picture. Yeah, so let's say they're doing it on they want to do it on their paper. They don't like writing on their screen, for example. They can actually do it on paper, take a picture of their work and upload it. Whatever they submit, you are going to see on your teacher's screen, so you can see the responses of every kid in class. So again, a very, very powerful tool. Also, it's worth noting that when you're using Draw It, Students can't see the work of other students. I'll show you where they would be able to see the work of other students in just a minute. So draw it. I use it all the time. It's probably the one I use the most. Now let's talk about another one. Add activity. Let's go to open-ended questions. So again, let's stay with arithmetic sequences. If I say, for example, what is let me just go ahead and cut it off right there. I'll keep it real simple. What is the common difference? All right, now again, I want to go ahead and actually put in the formula that I had. Again, I've already saved that image, so I'm going to go to add reference image. While I'm doing this, it's worth noting that I always like to get all of my images kind of taken and put somewhere that I can easily get them. You could just do it as you go, but I always find it's a little bit faster if I have all my images taken care of first. So there we go. Now let me show you what it would look like from the student's perspective. So for a fill in the blank, all right, so this is what the fill in the blank looks like. What is the common difference? I can see it over here. I can make it bigger if I want, and then all the student has to do is type in the answer. The common difference is 3 and submit it. So things that are easy to type in, I'll go ahead and use fill in the blank, but if there's a little more work involved or there's mathematical symbols that I want in there, then I typically will go with the draw it feature. All right, now let's see what else we've got. I mentioned a few minutes ago that some options allow students to see the work of others. That's in the collaborate. I like to use collaborate if maybe I'm introducing something new and I just want people to think about where we're going. And sometimes when they see the work of their peers, it starts to kind of trigger some other ideas and so on. And that's when I like to use collaborate. So again, with this feature, when I pose a question, as students start to submit their answers, everyone will be able to see the responses of other students in the class. I don't do this any differently. You just type in whatever you want here. You can put in images, but what it will do is it will allow students to answer, but then see the work of their peers. So a pretty easy feature to work with. All right, now let's talk about quiz. And actually, what I'm going to do to save a little bit of time here, I'm going to show you what it just looks like. I already have one that's made here. So let me come out to my library and I'll show you what a quiz looks like. So let me show you this. Now the quiz, what I like about it is the quiz allows students to work at their own pace. The other features, draw it, fill in the blank, collaborate, that is teacher controlled. You move students through questions. The quiz, they go at their own pace, and you can put as many questions in the quiz as you want. Notice I did have another question here. Let me show you what this one looked like. I mentioned the draw it previously, so again, I used draw it on this particular question. So how many 4-digit garage codes can be created? But anyway, let me go back to that quiz. So the quiz, this particular quiz had, I believe I had 4 questions in here. Yeah, so I had 4 questions here. I made these all multiple choice, and you can see here you type in the question, pretty straightforward. If you want images, videos, whatever, you can put those in, and then you just add as many answers as you want. All right, so this is just, again, a pretty easy feature to use. Just put in as many questions as you want, as many answer choices as you want. And I'll show you in a second what it looks like when students have done that. Okay, so now let's talk about that quiz and how you would see it as a teacher. So I'm going to go into my report. So that's along here. I'm going to go to reports here. And that particular class period, the SOL statistics warm-up, I'm just going to click on that there. And so I had 2 classes do it last week. And once they've done it, you get a summary of what happened. All right. and you can go through all the students that did it, take a look at their scores. Very easy to take a look at the results, and that's always going to be there. You can download it, you can share it with other teachers. Again, very, very simple to do. Okay, now that's going to happen on quiz reports. So let's take a look at something that was not a quiz, like the arithmetic sequence notes that I did today. You can get results on any Nearpod that you do. All right, so this will show what students did on each question. Okay, it'll show you all the different drawings. So that one where it was find the seventh term given the following. So I can click on any student. You can see not quite the cleanest of handwriting, but this is great because you can always go back to it. You can always go back and see what they did on that day to go over in meetings or whatever. It's just a great feature to have. Okay, so as I said, what I like to use the most, draw it, open-ended questions, collaborate, quizzes. They're all very quick to create, very easy to use once they are created. They're very easy to edit once you've created them. Some of these other paid-for features are probably excellent, but I think you can get so much value with all the free tools that are available. Okay, I hope that helped you out. Just a quick rundown of how to use those things. I can do more in-depth videos in the future, but I just wanted to give you something to help you get started. Hope that helps. Best of luck to you.